Hi everybody, it's Linda from the DuchessKitchen.com. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing how to make a beautiful but simple chocolate caramel apple slices. I know we are used to having either dipping it or having the whole apple, but today I'm going to do something different and unique. So into the bowl here, I have just water, and I'm going to add about a teaspoon of fruit protector to the water. What this does is it helps prevent discoloration of the apple slices. As you cut apples and they are exposed to the air, they start to discolor. So when you do this, you can either use this one or lemon juice. It prevents those discoloration to happen. So we're going to set this aside. And for the size of the apple, it depends on the mold you are using. So with this, you can see I'm using a medium-sized apple, and it fits and there's a space around the apple, it is a perfect size of apple to use in this mold. So when you're going to cut your apple, make sure you fit it and try it. And for the apple, I'm going to cut about a 1/4 inches of apple slices, so that it can sit in nicely together with the chocolate and still have some space for the caramel and chocolate on top as well. So now I'm going to slice all the apples into into a 1/4 inch. And after slicing, and you think it's still thick, you can slice sizes of it. After slicing, I'm just going to take the center from it, and this cutter come from this cookie cutter set that I have. And if you are interested, I will leave a link below and you can check it out. And just to cut the center, this will make it easy for it to fit into our donut mold. With this slice, it's uneven because one side is a bit bigger, one side is a bit smaller. So what I usually like to do is use the middle part of the slices, which has in a way an equal size, and I soak them in the water for a little bit or till I finish slicing each and every one. Now I'm going to lay them on the tissue paper in a baking sheet. This is just to get out a lot of enough water out of the apples as much as I can, since chocolate and water do not mix, otherwise we seize the chocolate. So I'm doing this just to take any excess juice and water from the apples. And after this, I'm going to put it in the fridge for about 5 minutes or so for it to chill and also some more of the water to evaporate from it. While it's chilling in the fridge, I'm going to melt the chocolate. And this was melted just using double boiler, just a little bit of water in the saucepan, which is simmering, not boiling, just simmering. Then I just set the bowl on top of it and be stirring constantly till it melts. So now we put in the chocolate into our mold, and the mold I like to use rubbing alcohol and tissue to wipe and get everything out of it. And just spread about 2 tablespoons of chocolate into the mold, and I'll use a brush, a spoon, or anything available that can spread it around to make sure you cover every part of the bowl of the mold, as well as the center Otherwise, you put your apple in. When you are ready to take it out, you will see some spaces, and it's it doesn't look nice. So make sure that everywhere that the apple will come into contact with is covered with chocolate, and that will cover the whole chocolate. So I'm going to go around to do all this, spread all the chocolate into the mold and make sure it's all spread well. It also gives you a beautiful end product. Unless you tell somebody what is inside, they wouldn't know what is inside. All they will see is chocolate. So it's nice to sometimes keep people suspense. Keep people in suspense. So now our apples are here, our molds are ready. We're going to drop each apple into a mold. And as I said, I like to use the middle sections of the apple slices because they tend to be a perfect size. So after this, I'm going to let it cool a little bit in the fridge whilst I melt this caramel candy. And this caramel candy is actually very easy to make, about 6 minutes in the microwave. And I will link the video link below so that you can check it out. It's very easy to make, just 6 minutes, and it is ready for you to pour it for it to cool down. So now I brought the I'm going to spread the caramel on the apple all around. Not too much, just a little bit so that any bite you take, you taste the apple together with the chocolate, and it's the best thing ever. So I'm just going around doing the same thing. As you can see, you can also use it as store-bought caramel candy, but make sure it's soft caramel candy so that when you melt, it will be spreadable and it will not be very stiff. And it's very important to do it right from when you bring the thing out of the, because this is very soft, it doesn't take long to melt, and so it's not really hard. So that's one thing you should take notice of. You need very low heat to just melt it. And so now you can see how our caramel is nicely spread on all the apples. So you can imagine when you are giving it a bite, you can taste the caramel every part of the apple. So I'm going to set this in the fridge to firm up a little bit before I add the final coat of chocolate. Now it's out of the oven. Sorry, out of the fridge, and I'm adding the final layer of chocolate. And you make sure the chocolate covers all the surface, the caramel surface as well as the apple surface. You don't want any spaces. So now you can see everything is set. But after this, you get a lot of air bubbles. You can use a spatula, a fork, a spoon, and just get those bubbles out before you go put it in the fridge for the final round. Dark chocolate can be a little messy when working with, so make sure you have enough tissue or napkins so that you can clean as much as you can. So I'm going to chill this for it to set. Then we'll come back to check the end products, and the power of camera is ready. So for this, usually the center, because it hardens, it firms up. You like to loosen the center a little bit so that it's going to be easy to pull it off the center mold, the center of the mold as well. And you can see it looks beautiful already. You can decide not to add anything to it, and you can easily package this as a present for a friend. You can take it to parties, birthday parties, or you can even just surprise people with it, and they'll be wondering what is inside, because people usually are used to a whole apple caramel apple, but this is slices with chocolate. So what is better than that? So I hope you give this a thumbs up. I hope you like it. And please, if you have any questions, I would like to hear from you in the comments below. Or if there's any other dish you like to see on my channel, you can also give suggestions. And please like and subscribe to my channel. And thank you to all my subscribers. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So now I have a little bit of melted white chocolate, and we're going to use it as to drizzle on top of the chocolate caramel apples, just to add a touch of color, and yeah, and also to make it more presentable as well. And I'll leave a link below for the mold, as well as the cutter I use down below. The recipe and tricks and tips and detailed information. I'll also I will leave a link below, and you can also check it out. And thank you so much for watching. After adding the white chocolate, you need to give it a time for it to firm up before packaging. Otherwise, it will take all the icing on it. The colors will mess up. So that's just a note to keep in mind. Let them firm up, very firm, before you package if you're going to give it as a gift. And it needs to be refrigerated after everything is set, and it can keep for about a week in the fridge as well. So thank you. You can now see how the caramel is all around together with the chocolates, and it looks beautiful, and it tastes wonderful as well. Thank you for watching once again, and God bless you, and have a blessed day. Bye.